Chris is my friend. Is it okay that I feel bad that my friend is caught up in whether it's his fault or not in this terrible situation?
Mm-hmm.
And can I take a beat?
Yeah, man. Can't
you know what I mean?
can
I take a beat? Like, it's like, it's like Whitney Cummings. Whitney is good friends with him. She helped make him a star. Oh, yeah!
And what's happening with this LA comedy shit is, hold for sound, is
motorcycle.
is we are a tight community. And people think that means we're family.
Right.
And I was on a show with Chris D'Elia for years. I also know Chris D'Elia.
Yeah.
You've known him for a long time. You guys are friends. It's complicated. What's my relationship with Chris? I don't owe that to anybody. But what I can say is I know him. I've asked him to come on the podcast. He hasn't, but he said he would. I think that's a perfect example of what it is. We have each other's numbers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
I know what you mean.
I don't know his life. And that's the point. I don't know him. I don't know him like that. So when people are coming out on Twitter, and I'm even now I'm feeling that pressure and need to make sure that I'm saying, I trust the women, because I do, but I don't want to have to think that by me saying that I don't know Chris's details is then saying I don't trust women.
Right. Dude, it's nuanced. Okay. And I'll say this. Yeah. I haven't been to his new house. He didn't hit me up when he had his baby. You know what I mean? I had to hit him up like, hey, let me see pictures. What I'm saying is like we know each other because like we work together at night. We see each other, but like we don't know everything that goes on in everybody's life. You know
I think
what
it's also important to not do what I'm seeing so many, and this is why I haven't want to talk about it, but I do want to talk about it with you so it feels organic and right. But I'm seeing people doing stuff that is disgusting, and I'm going to make a point to over-communicate and make it clear. I am in no way backtracking it any way by saying, I don't know him like that, because if it was someone else, if it were you, or someone I know even more than you, I could still have the same feelings I have now, which is, I have not talked to Chris since this stuff happened. I don't know the full details. I felt that way from day one, let alone yesterday now. All these things came out of all the other side of the emails that the girls did not share. I still don't know what's okay and what's not okay.
Right. I totally agree.
But I do know there's more to it than that. And when people come out the next day to say, I always knew he was this or that, and again, I'm over-communicating, making clear, I'm not advocating for or against him. I don't know anything. I'm advocating to the truth and the acceptance of the fact that I can admit that I don't have an opinion on it yet. I believe women. I think that it's crazy I have to say this. I'm going to look to camera.
I think sex with an underage girl is wrong.
Duh. That's not the argument. A couple of tweets came out about him being underage that to me had some holes in them. For example, they said they never even met him. And then all these other tweets about how he's creepy, blah, blah, blah. Sure, saying somebody's creepy is not the same argument as saying they're a pedophile.
Yes.
And I don't know what is what, but to go out and fucking...
Listen, here's my problem too. Let me go on a rant.
Yeah, please.
If the Washington Post put out an article and called someone a rapist, a murderer, a pedophile, if they put that out without facts, they would be liable. They're under certain laws and restrictions. Common person.
They need two different sources to post it.
Yeah. It's not like that for the Twitter, but could get the same reach.
Yeah, more viral.
It could be more viral. So I'm with you. So let me say my part now.
Yeah.
Okay? Chris is my friend. Is it okay that I feel bad that my friend is caught up in whether it's his fault or not in this terrible situation?
Mm-hmm.
And can I take a beat?
Yeah, man. Can't
you know what I mean?
Can
I take a beat? Like, it's like Whitney Cummings. Whitney is good friends with him. She helped make him a star. So at first she had to look at herself and be like, damn, what's going on with my friend? And then she assessed it, and then she made her choice. She was like, I don't agree with this. And she had to that must have been hard for her. Mm-hmm. It must have been hard.
Yeah.
Well, can it be hard for all of us too? Can it be hard for like, it's like, if it was your brother, if he was your cousin, if it was like, it's like, it's somebody that you go like, damn, this is terrible. Yeah. And then again, we have to take the word of all these people, all this stuff is coming out, and it's nuanced. You have to take it out and look at it all separately. If he was engaging in improper behavior with underage girls, that's wrong.
Right.
Okay? If that happened, then yes, we're going to but that hasn't been proven.
The tweet for those of you that don't know the tweet that started it all, it was a girl who says that she was 16. She says that Chris knew that she was 16, not because she told him, but because he had her Instagram pictures. And she said that it's a good thing that I had a boyfriend, otherwise he would have sexually molested me. They never met. So something was going on between them, I'm sure. Who knows what it was? They never met. The allegations of sexual molesting somebody when they've never met is a red flag to me because, well, you're speaking in bias now.
Well, they've made it into something else. I mean, listen, I get that. I get what you're saying with that. If that happened, but now it's going before that. Now it's this idea of grooming, which they're saying that he was grooming them. So that's a catch-all for, whatever happened after that. So if you say he groomed me, so when I was 21 and I sent him an email that he just put out, it says, I'm 21 now, DTF, she can now say, well, because he groomed me. So I look at that whole interaction and I go, I don't know if I want to talk about that. Even though we're talking about it now, I'm saying, I don't know if I want to see all this information and then go on my podcast and be like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And if because I didn't do that, fuck you for telling me that I'm against.
Yeah.
Like I'm not for women. And now I have to go on another little thing here for myself. Now personally, he's a lightning rod for a bigger issue right now. And this idea of misogyny and how we treat women. And I think that's fair. I think that's a fair discussion, but it's separate from him. I mean, I have to look at myself and be in my own behavior. I have to look at myself and be like, damn, I was a weird, odd guy, still am. Didn't get into comedy till I was 30 years old. Did not have a lot of experience with, and this is not an excuse. I'm just giving you my my mindset. So then I start getting on TV and start doing stuff, and then women are now talking to me in a way that they've never talked to before. And I've said a lot of crazy shit on the road. I've said things in the DMs to people I shouldn't have said. I've been like...
Now, how do you know you shouldn't have said it now?
I'll tell you why.
Are you saying you think you might have or you have?
No, I'm saying I know I have. But what I'm saying is this, is like not every interaction you have. This is what I'm coming to realize from this thing is as a man, not every interaction you have with a woman has to be sexual. Or it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to flirt all the time. You don't have to because even if you're attracted to somebody, it doesn't mean that, oh, this is an in. Now I'm attracted to you, so this means I get to say whatever I want.
Are you saying this is a realization of yours now?
Yeah. This is what I'm realizing from when you hear women's stories.
Yeah.
When you hear a woman just say, even in my own life, even if I was talking to someone and then later they go, well, you made me uncomfortable, and then you go, oh man, that wasn't my intention. It doesn't matter if it was your intention or not. It was like, if you took it to a place that was not, and I'm the kind of guy where it's weird because I gotta flirt. That's the only way. Even my current girlfriend, when I look at our DM messages of how we got together, I go, damn, she could have easily been like, oh, you're creepy.
Yeah, it's only creepy if they're not interested, and it's a fine line. How do you know if they're interested without approaching?
But this is exactly now for me too. If I have a move that works 3 out of 10 times, as a guy, you go, shit, that's Hall of Fame in baseball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I mean, I know
as long as your move isn't sending a dick,
right? But I disagree with you because that is some people's move.
But
let me finish my fucking point. Now, what I'm saying is, that's my point about it. No matter what you say or what you do that works 3 out of 10 times, it just means that 7 out of 10 times, you probably made somebody uncomfortable. And that's the more important number. So that's what I'm coming to realize. So I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, damn, oh yeah, I've been on the road, and I've said this I've been like, hey, what's up, girl? You come to my room. I remember one of my dumb lines would be like, I can't leave this town till I eat your pussy.
We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah.